This man is not a television illusion. He is not an artist's conception. He is not a figment of the imagination. He is real. He stands an amazing 6 foot 7 inches tall. He weighs an incredible 324 pounds. He is the Hulk. The Hulk, without a doubt, is the most awesome figure in professional wrestling today. His measurements are almost unbelievable. His neck measures 24 3/4 inches. His chest expands to an incredible 59 inches. His biceps are 26 inches, and at the end of these powerful arms are two 12-inch fists. This magnificent upper body tapers off to only a 34-inch waist. The Hulk is supported by tree-like legs that can leg press over 1,900 pounds. Combine these amazing measurements with more brute strength than you can imagine, and you have the Hulk. And the Hulk is coming here.
As he approaches the ring at the Coliseum, introducing the incredible Hulk Hogan. Master strategy man. And Lawler sidestepped him and threw him in. Put up on the ring turnbuckles. Lawler blocks the right, pops the Hulk. Lawler, a man with enormous confidence, takes it right back from the foot and the big arm, whipped into the ropes. And that elbow put him down hard. Lawler grabs that jaw. Man, oh man. Hulk, big body slam. I think the Hulk knows. Comes in with a chokehold, and the referee says, bring it up. Reversal. Lawler's got him up and puts him down with a body slam. Wheels down the top of his wrestling attire. Referee trying to break Lawler up, pounding away with that right hand. And Lawler puts the Hulk back into the ropes, and he sags. And Lawler takes over. Hart breaks a walking stick over Lawler's back. And the referee says ring the bell. So it'll be a disqualification on the Hulk. And Lawler going after Hart, going after the Hulk with a walking stick. He's got a piece of it. The winner in 14-28 is Lawler by disqualification. He decks Hart. And Hart scrambles to the floor into the security of the Hulk. Lawler, the winner in 14-28 by disqualification.
Coming to the ring with him for this match, Lord Humongous, scheduled to go against the Patriot. You see how big Lord Humongous is. Austin Idol really has come up with a very, very large gentleman. Humongous, as you can see, very big, has to weigh over 300 pounds, 6'6", 6'7", very, very large. Going against a guy we've seen several times, the Patriot, very fine wrestler. We saw before super victories under his belt, but with Austin Idol bringing out Lord Humongous, we've seen how huge he is. We'll get a chance to see in a few minutes how tough he is in the wrestling ring. Lance Russell introducing Humongous, and now introducing Austin Idol, who is serving as the manager. Look how big he is. We can't get over it. And now the introductions of the opponent of Lord Humongous, the Patriot. Right now, Austin Idol requesting the microphone. Humongous glums the Patriot from behind as Austin Idol was distracted. He's talking on the microphone. Humongous all over the Patriot. The Patriot into the ropes, really working on him. The referee backing him up. Austin Idol from outside has a chain. He catches him. The Patriot is down. There you saw Austin Idol. He got involved real quick in that match. Caught him with a chain. Now the Patriot sent into the ropes. Man, what a clothesline that puts him down. The Patriot down to the canvas, and Lord Humongous kicks him into the chest. He's on top of him. 1, 2, and 3, and it's all over. Didn't take him long. What a very impressive athlete this Lord Humongous is. Had help from Austin Idol, but Lord Humongous in about 30 or 35 seconds, the victor, and he's not finished yet over the Patriot. He picks him up. Austin Idol on the microphone, and Lord Humongous slams him again and continues the punishment on the Patriots. Austin Idol on that microphone once again, bragging about Lord Humongous, as there you see the very impressive athlete. And the winner, Lord Humongous, is Austin Idol, very proud of his new man.
We just got a whole bunch of bigs today, because the guy coming in right now on one side of the ring is Humongous, and he is in fact.
He is in fact where he
Lord
comes in.
Humongous.
Very big, very tall too.
Yeah, he just took a step, and it just was
Over the
almost
rope.
level with the ring and then over the ropes. Okay, we're ready to go. Ed Maddox is the opponent, Humongous.
Lord Humongous out of parts unknown. Up in the air, it's Ed Maddox, Ed out of Memphis, Tennessee. Ed, with several tough matches to his credit. And this has got to be one of the tougher ones right here. Oh, Maddox Going to try to press him down. Lord Humongous just caught him and drove him straight down to the mat.
Oh, good night. Oh.
Wow.
Man, oh, man, that hurt me all the way over here,
What
Dave.
power. 40 seconds is the time.
Took that big club and arm, and he just almost decapitated Ed Maddox. What was the time?
40 seconds.
40 seconds, the winner, Lord Humongous. We got more action coming up in just a moment. We'll be back to it. So, we are about ready to see Scott Hall make his appearance, but that is not Scott Hall. There's a little discrepancy in the height. I can tell that right off the bat. This is Nate the Rat Whitlock, who is coming in. There is Scott Hall.
Come up here.
Got a match coming up here.
I ain't got time for this match. I ain't got time for this jerk. I got something to say.
Yeah. Nate Whitlock was out here with Keith Eric, and what is it?
Everybody has saw Bobby Jaggers, the Hangman, the toughest man in professional wrestling. He's not here today, but everybody knows Bobby Jagger is the toughest man in professional wrestling. You know that.
He's a tough wrestler.
That's
no
right.
question about it.
And this is the greatest day of my entire life, let me tell you. This man right here, Mr. Keith Eric, I've been seeing him wrestle for years. And I'll admit his win and loss record is, a little bit be desired. But with my guidance and my management, this is a champion right here. This man right here is going to be the champion. And he'll beat that big jerk right there, Scott Hall. He's going to kick your butt, boys, what he going to do to you. And he's supposed to be an international wrestler. This is going to be one of the #1 days in professional wrestling in my life and this man's life right here, because he is going to beat that man right here today.
We got a match. Would you mind getting up in the ring and get this conversation over with?
If Bobby Jaggers is here, he'll slap your face. I'm a gentleman. I'm not going to slap.
All these people here and all the people watching at home came to see wrestling, not to listen to some jerk like you.
Hey, you heard what he said in there. Whoa! I think that ended the interview.
If Bobby Jaggers is here, he'll beat that man to death. I ain't even going to let him get away with it. I broke my glass and he hit my head. Keith, hey!
Well, Nate the Rat felt the wrath. Whoa! Look at the drop kick from Big Scott Hall on Keith Eric. He whips Eric over into the ropes, catches him in a big brawl on. Well, Bobby Jaggers isn't here. Keith Eric is here. He's in the middle of the ring.
Big leg drop, Lance. Scott Hall is in complete control of this situation with Keith Eric.
If Bobby Jaggers is here, I can't see he's not going to get away with it. I'm going to get Bobby Jaggers. I'm going to call him up on the phone right now.
Whoa! Big bulldog. Scott Hall won. He got 2, and there's 3. And that's all.
If Bobby Jaggers was here, he would have never done that to me. He ain't going to get away with it.
Hey.
I'm calling Jaggers up on the phone.
He may come back out here and have a word to say if you don't get out of here right now. Here he comes. I think you'd better get out of here right now.
Where's my cane at?
Okay, get your cane and take it on out of here. Keith Eric felt the power of Scott Hall, and boy, I'll tell you, he is strong, isn't he, Randy?
He's going to be going against both Rough and Ready. Rough and Ready out of parts unknown. They've got Boss Winter in their corner. And as soon as Jerry Calhoun gives the signal, we'll sound the bell. Here we go. Handicap match, Big Scott Hall out of Orlando. Rough and Ready. Under the handicap rules of this one, both of them can be in there at the same time. So it is a 2-against-1 situation. Rough and Ready trying to beat up on Big Scott Hall, but look at this guy. Look at the muscles on this guy. Tremendous upper body strength. Rough and Ready, one of them jumped out of there, and Boss Winter said, hey, get back in there. Don't leave him alone with that guy. A body slam by Scott Hall. Ooh. A shot by Scott Hall. over here in the corner. Down to the mat, and that rocked the entire ring when Scott Hall dropped him down. He's got it. Oh, boot to the midsection. Rough and Ready with teamwork here. Able to stay in the action. Got him now, Boss Winter says. He's bit off more than he can chew. Looks like he has just put both of them down to the mat. Rolls one of them out of the ring. Big Scott Hall. In control of this was pretty much. There's a bulldog. He rolls him over. Counts 1, 2. This match is over. Minute 35 seconds to time. 1:35. Big Scott Hall, a victory in the handicap match over Rough and Ready. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with more in just a moment.
Scott Steiner, and we got the formation of a new team here. You guys have got a Southern Tag Team title match coming up during the week.
You know, first of all, Lance, I am tickled to death. I found out last week this man can fight. Am I right? Can he fight? Yes, sir. And for the Southern Tag titles, Lance, I am ready, and I got me a partner right here, and I guarantee you we're going to give the Cubans all we want. We want those titles. Right, Scotty?
Boy, when the situation was necessary, you pulled a stopper and let it all out in there.
Well, I let it go, but I tell you, Lance, I haven't been wrestling professional very long. But as a kid, I sat in those stands and watched all the great champions through the years, and I feel now with the experience of Billy Travis as my partner, we have a good chance at the Southern Tag Team belts.
Okay, Cuban Assassins got him. You're going to try to get him. Thanks, Scott. Good luck to you. We'll see him in the ring right now, Dave.
That's right. Coming up in a 1-fall 10-minute time limit match. Their opponents coming in right now out of parts unknown. Wrestling under the mask with Boss Winter in their corner at a total weight of 424 pounds. Rough and Ready going against them at 478 pounds. Out of Detroit, Michigan, Scott Steiner. From Lexington, Kentucky, Billy Travis. 1-fall 10-minute time limit. And the referee's Jerry Calhoun.
Yeah, we want to say right now that Jerry Calhoun is a new daddy, and congratulations on a new boy to Mr. and Mrs. Jerry. We're delighted for him.
It's a boy. It's what the cigar says. Yes, sir.
That's right.
Oh, Billy Travis. And Scott Steiner really got things going here early in the match. We're about 30 seconds into it. Scott Steiner rough over into the rope. Whoa, yeah, catches him with a good forearm. He's down on the mat. Counts at 1, 2 count.
Boy, this guy's got a good forearm, too. Boy, I mean, take a look at him.
Woo! Here comes Travis. Travis up on the middle rope. Crowd said, let him have it. He does. Rough body slam. Billy Travis back to the ropes. Gets a little momentum. Drops down with the upper arm. Does not go for the cover. Instead, he picks him up. Makes the tag. Scott Steiner back in. Steiner out of Detroit, Michigan. Brings up the boot. Backs him to the rope. Fires him across. High in the air and a big body slam. Steiner covers. Count is 1, 2, but he can't make it stick for a 3 count.
Not quite. Big elbow, drop down hard, tag again. Billy Travis as Travis comes in. These guys, having not worked together, are working well in this tag match with Rough and Ready.
They got Billy double teamed over in the corner. Boss Winter sent both of them in there on the exchange. Brickhouse Brown.
Man, you stop this match right now. I'm embarrassed by what I'm looking at right here. Billy Travis and Scott Steiner think they hot.
They've got to prove to me that they deserve a title shot. I demand you stop this match right now.
You just stick around. It's going to be stopped before long because Steiner and Travis...
You're not going to stop it? Then I'll stop it.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh. Brickhouse Brown out here. Hollering and screaming now, I suspect, for the Cuban assassins who... Yeah. It's going to be stopped. That's for a fact. It'll be a disqualification as the Cuban assassins grab Steiner and Travis and pounding away with the help of Rough and Ready in there. As Travis now battling his way back. Look at that Steiner over there giving him a revolving door and pounding away. And I mean, laying some bodies. Brickhouse just took a shot. And they're showing right off the bat. Look at Travis with that chair. Everybody's heading out of here.
Except Travis and Steiner.
Travis and Steiner really putting it together, and Rough and Ready making the break to get out of here because Travis still got that chair in his hand. The final four were Robert Fuller, Gorgeous Gary Young, Jeff Jarrett, and Scott Steiner. Let's look at the action that took place in the semifinal and then the final match. In the midsection, Jarrett rolls him up. Count of one. Jarrett went over to the ring apron to get Bruno, and that was a fatal mistake. Robert Fuller bangs him with something. 1, 2, 3, and that eliminates Jarrett from the chance to win $250,000.
Now he's hammering them back. Snyder coming back with a couple of elbows, but Gary Young right back on top with that forearm. Now picks Steiner up by the hair. Whips him into the corner. Oh, what a move by Steiner. 2, 3, got him.
He got him. Scott Steiner. There goes Bruno.
That had to feel like 10 pounds to Steiner, but it did the job. It diverted the attention from what was going in the ring, and Fuller nails Steiner with a big right.
The referee's down on the floor with Tojo. Here's Sylvia with a kendo stick. She's flailing away at Tojo. The referee goes down. Jeff Jarrett jumps up and drop kicks Robert Fuller. Jarrett jumped in with the referee out. Steiner covers 1, 2, 3. He wins it. We'd like to now call the gentleman right here. Oh, boy, it wasn't easy, but congratulations, our first chance to the winner of the Renegades Rampage, Scott Steiner.
Thank you. On behalf of the Renegade, which one, Lance?
Yeah, this one.
This one. On behalf of the Renegades Rampage, we'd like to congratulate here $250,000 worth of talent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Scott Steiner.
Coming up here, Scott Steiner in the ring right now. Here comes the referee. Scott's opponent's going to be Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Interesting pairing here in that we've got Scott, who is the former All-American out of the University of Michigan, going against the muscle man out of Tampa, Florida, in Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Should be a good one. Jerry Calhoun giving him the brief instructions. And we're off. Lancaster, been in the territory a few weeks, member of the Stud Stable. And like him or not, Lancaster has shown some real wrestling ability as he has been in here. Scott Steiner, of course, his reputation pretty well says it all. Nice shoulder butt by Scott coming off the ropes. Steiner, nice takedown. Got Frankie Lancaster flying through the air. And Frankie Lancaster wants to call timeout now. There's no such thing as timeout, Frankie. I'm sorry. The referee says, what are you complaining about? And I think you have picked up that Lancaster claimed that Scott Steiner was pulling the tights. Crowd says, didn't see any of that. We didn't either. The referee didn't see it, so we're back into action here. About 50 seconds into the match. 1 fall, 10-minute time limit. Scott Steiner. That Left up that left arm a couple of times. And Frankie Lancaster got to be wondering, what am I doing wrong? Look at Steiner hang on.
What's the tight pulling?
Lancaster again complaining. Sometimes a wrestler will start to complain very loudly and very often, even though nothing is happening. That gets the referee thinking about that rather than just watching exactly what's happening. He starts looking to see if his opponent is, in fact, doing anything illegal. Scott Steiner, nice move. Slipped out from the attempted hold of Frankie Lancaster and actually had the shoulders down. Had him there for a count of 1. Didn't have him in really a pinned position, but the shoulders were flat on the mat, and the referee started to count as he should have. Steiner trying to get the crowd pumped up a little bit. Ooh, Lancaster raked him in the eyes. Yep. Grabs him, slams Scott's head into the turnbuckles. Scott Steiner got hit in the face. Flip. Frankie Lancaster, the thumper, feeling a little bit better right now about the way things are going. He uses a forearm. Steiner off the rope. Punched him right down to the mat. He used the forearm, and that's what the referee was indicating, that he did use the forearm, not the fist. So what he did was legal. Steiner moved out of the way as Lancaster was going to just drop down on him. Lancaster dropped down all right, but he hit nothing but the mat. Steiner puts Lancaster into the rope. Backdrops him coming off of there. And now Lancaster says, let's slow it down again. Let's shake hands about the whole thing. Steiner grabs him, fires him into the rope. Oh, here's Robert Fuller out here. What's Robert complaining about? He calls the referee over, distracting him. Lancaster power slam and a cover 1. 2. It looked like he had him, but Robert Fuller comes in the ring, and that's going to stop it right there. Disqualification on Lancaster. Fuller grabs Steiner, goes to work on him, now holds him up while Lancaster kicks him with a boot to the midsection. 2 of them beating up on Scott Steiner. Here comes Brian Lee. Adrian Street in to help out, too. And finally, the stud stable, Lancaster and, Robert Fuller and Lancaster got out of the ring. Referee was just confirming the fact that he had disqualified Frankie Lancaster.
Bubby, you wouldn't have had the problem. Jed Grundy and Scott Steiner, as we were saying, they're not old-time tag partners, but they got an interesting pairing because Grundy, we don't really know all that much about him, but boy, he seemed to be a powerful son of a gun, just naturally powerful. Scott Steiner, great amateur background and quite a wrestler to say the least. Bell time, and here we go.
All right, Mike Porter, the referee for this championship match, as Jimmy Golden goes with a top wrist lock on Jed Grundy. And look at Grundy. Well, he's talking about power. He just threw Golden down to the mat. Not many wrestlers are going to be able to do that. Jimmy Golden, boy, he's no slouch when it comes to wrestling. He's big, he's tall, he's tough. Grundy again just shoves him down to the mat. And Fuller screams at the referee, he must have pulled his hair. Couldn't do that any other way.
Dave, I was talking to Jed, and we were talking about his weight. He said, hey, I've been training for this wrestling in there. He says, I've lost 43 pounds. Can you believe it? I'm telling you the honest truth. He said he lost 43 pounds.
And he still comes in somewhere around 460. So you can imagine, good grief. That would have put him up over the 500 mark.
Well, I got to be honest and tell you what he told me. He said he was weighing right now 428 pounds, and he lost 43.
Okay. All right.
Jimmy Golden standing up with a big standing side headlock on Jed Grundy, who just shoves him off. What was the last bulldozer you tried to run over?
Yeah. Golden, he got went to the ropes for some leverage. Fuller does the same thing. Look, he's bouncing off of Grundy.
Doing a good job, and Scott Steiner's loving it. Jimmy Golden and Robert Fuller trying to prove a point, knocking him off his feet. I notice he's still standing on both of them.
And you can see who got knocked off their feet, both of them at once.
That wasn't the most scientifically perfect double clothesline I ever saw, but it sure got the job done.
It sure did. Scott Steiner and Jed Grundy standing right there. And Jimmy Golden hanging back close to the corner. By the way, the chicken is over here just remaining very quiet.
Yep. I think he feels like that Jed has got everything in hand, and so he doesn't have any reason to get upset. Now Golden spins him into the corner, and Fuller and Golden trying to ram away, but Scott Steiner not to be left out of it. He comes over, helps his partner out, pulls Golden out, slams his head, while Grundy pounds on Robert Fuller. And Fuller gonna whip him into Steiner. Steiner was long gone, and he whipped Grundy into Jimmy Golden, and look at it. Over the ring they go.
Boy, those steel ring posts were bending at the top as they were doing that.
Here's the world's greatest tag team, Dave. And the chicken just delighted at what's happening here. Feeling very confident that Jed has got it going. We may have new champions coming up today.
Boy, it's looking like it so far. Let me tell you, the team of Grundy and Scott Steiner, and this is Steiner's really first official appearance in the match. Fine collegiate background for Scott Steiner out of the University of Michigan. He had the cover briefly. Well, he had the 2 count, actually, on Jimmy Golden. Golden was able to break out of it. Scott Steiner said, "Are you for us?" And the crowd says, "Yeah, go get him." Here's Robert Fuller. Tennessee stud. Back Steiner into his corner. Bad place for Steiner to be. Raked him across the eyes. Referee Mike Porter trying to get him out of the corner. And here's a double team as Golden grabs him from outside.
Jimmy Golden with a big handful of Scott Steiner while Fuller puts a foot in his midsection, pulls him away, holds his arms back, and Golden double teaming, and Mike Porter, the referee, comes over, breaking him up to get Fuller out of here and leave it one-on-one. Big E-lift from Golden. We have never said that Fuller and Golden can't wrestle. They are good. It's unfortunate they have the leaning or disposition that they do.
Well, they certainly have a willingness to not bend rules, but break them left and right. There goes Steiner through the ropes, thrown out of the ring by Jimmy Golden. Golden trying to get a measure of satisfaction. Oh, look at Sylvia with that kendo stick.
While Mike Porter is with Golden up there, Sylvia takes the opportunity to pound Scott Steiner with that kendo stick down on the floor, and Jed Grundy's trying to tell the referee, "Can't you see what's happening over there?" Well, he wasn't looking. That was it. He was too busy with Golden. Scott Steiner back in the ring has his head slammed into that foot of Robert Fuller.
Knee lift by Robert Fuller, and Scott Steiner hits the mat. Now Fuller grabs him. Puts the boot right in the midsection. Jimmy Golden holds him from outside while Fuller resets. Fuller puts a boot in the back.
Come on, Mike. Good night. They're still double teaming him.
Golden slaps the leg on the apron. There's again as he tries to... Now the referee comes over and calls him on double teaming. Tell him to let Steiner get back into the ring. Well, now both of them just step in the ring. Golden stays as Fuller finally steps outside. 6 minutes gone in this fall.
Now, Scott Steiner, beautiful. Takes him over and down, but Fuller comes in and breaks it up.
Thought he might have had him, but Robert Fuller got there to break it up. Now they double team again. And Scott Steiner goes down to the mat. Grundy coming in. He's been watching this and had to be feeling a bit upset. He nailed Golden, rolls him out of the ring. Look at Steiner, round behind Robert Fuller, rolls it down. The referee doesn't see it, but he's got Fuller's shoulders down. Sylvia with powder in the eyes of Scott Steiner. The referee hasn't seen any of it. It looks like a thunderstorm cloud there, and Steiner is counted out.
Yeah, you ended up using the powder in there, and don't let anybody say you didn't. Hey, we're not stupid. We could see it. For the use of the powder, all right.
Got to restart the match.
Restart, Dave.
All right, okay.
Referee, oh, he didn't either. You threw the powder in it.
What kind of referee you got in there to start the match off?
He's the one that's in charge. That's who the referee
He's
is.
counting you out. He's to 7. There they go. Now they jump Grundy from behind. Got Robert Fuller in there. The match is still going. The referee saw the powder flying all around.
Look at it. It's all over the ring.
Yeah,
and
all over the ring.
He pointed it out to it.
That's
He
Grundy.
restarted this title match.
Grundy kicked out of the ring by Golden. Steiner thrown into the rope. He's trying to get Fuller off his feet. Grundy comes in with that moonshine jug or whatever it is. Count is 1, 2, 3. We have new CWA Tag Champion. Unbelievable. Jeff Grundy, Scott Steiner. They win it. Everybody going home wild. Grundy and Steiner. Grundy picks up Randy Hales and Steiner. We've got new champions.
Decision. It's very clear.
Oh, Robert.
Haven't seen yet, but heard about him. 6'9" he's supposed to be. 325 pounds. My goodness, here he comes. Calls himself Master of Pain.
Yeah, that's right. Master of pain. Because where I've been the last 5 years, you have to know how to handle pain. And I know it better than anybody. I've been in the Atlanta State Penitentiary. And I'm not ashamed to know it. I went up there on a bad rap because 2 punks jumped me in a parking lot. And now they're pushing up daisies. And let me tell you, Jerry Lawler, whatever you call yourself, it doesn't matter to me. Like I said, names aren't important where I'm from. But I tell you what, Ricky Morton sent me here, and I'm going to do a job for him. And brother, if you get out alive, you'll be thankful.
Master of Pain. Don't know his name. Not sure I want to. Out of the Atlanta Penitentiary, he says, where he's been the last 5 years. He's big, I can tell you that. He looks mean. He's pounding Rodney Napper with a big telephone pole broad arm. Rodney ducks under. That was a good move by Rodney, but this time the Master of Pain grabs him, power slams him down to the mat. Ooh. That big right forearm again. Rodney's head into the turnbuckles. Leaps into the air, drops down with the boot. Rodney Napper. Body slam. The Master of Pain just sits down on him. Right hand. Well, this guy just doing pretty much what he wants to against Rodney Napper. He's got him out height. He's got about a 1.5 foot height advantage on him, and over 100 pounds weight advantage. There's a cover. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So the Master of Pain, our first look at him here on Championship Wrestling. And he wins in 1:08 as he defeats Rodney.
We've got him in here today, Dave.
Well, we sure do. And here he comes right now with Dutch Mantell, looks like in his corner. The Master of Pain, the big guy that...
Awesome power, the Master of Pain right now.
Awesome power, yeah, I've seen awesome power, all right. David Johnson, he's going against. David out of Memphis, Tennessee. Master of Pain, his last address, I think, was state pen in Atlanta, or federal pen in Atlanta.
Yeah. Well, he starts right out. He's on a chokehold, and the referee could disqualify him right there. He started to count, and he finally broke it. But David Johnson, about half the size of this giant, is picked up in the air, no problem. He's pressed straight up in the air by the Master of Pain and takes him up to drop him over the rope, and down he goes. David Johnson with an impossible task in front of him here.
No way in the world he'll be able to do much against this big guy.
Ripped him with that right hand down across the head, picks him straight up, slams him down into the mat. I watched him drop that big leg, boy, boy, boy. 1, 2, and I guess that's it. I mean to tell you, in not very long, what was the time on that, David?
54 seconds.
See that? Did you see that?
Hey, 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 that's enough of that. Come on, get him out of there.
What an awesome power of the Master of Pain.
He already won the match. He doesn't have to start trying to hurt David
Now,
Johnson.
you know who I want out here right now? That big guy who bumps his gums all the time, Jerry Lawler, if he's got an ounce of guts in his body. Let him climb in the ring here, and let's show him how awesome this Master of Pain is. Now, if he's the big champion, the unification title holder and all that, let him get in the ring right now. And we're not leaving the ring till Lawler comes over.
Lawler has got a match coming up, Dutch. Your match is over there with him.
He deserved to come out here. Let's face it, Lawler is afraid to get in the ring, so this man is going to embarrass him in his hometown.
He got the win. Get him out of there, and let's get on with it.
And you can't make me get him out of there.
Well, I'm not going to physically try to...
There's no law for me. There's no law for that man here. Get Lawler out here. Send a message to the bank. Send it, Dave. Don't bump on the line. Do something.
Lawler has got a match coming up in there, and the Master of Pain just walking around stalking it.
Who's Lawler wrestling anyway?
He's got Keith Eric.
Keith Eric, he ain't beat nobody. Let Lawler come out here and face some real competition. Tell him to come around here.
Dutch, if you do everybody a favor and let us get on with the program and get out of there. Well, there he is. You go over and tell him your problem. Jerry Lawler has got a match coming up here with Keith Eric. And
get in the ring, Lawler. Come on, you're the big champion. Get in the ring.
Come on, he had a match already lined up.
Let me tell you something, Lawler. You're going to wrestle Keith Eric. Don't worry about Keith Eric. Get in the ring with my man, the Master of Pain. You got an ounce of guts in your body, which I doubt. Climb in there. You're the big champion. You're the big head teaser. Come on out here. Look, he's leaving. He is leaving. He has showed his true color. Oh, he's coming back. He can't make up his mind what he wants to do.
Come on, Jerry. You don't have to let them bully in a match like this right away with this guy. Lawler climbing in the ring, Dave.
Well, he sure is. Well, all right. Okay. Jerry Calhoun says it's a match, so Lawler's agreed to go against the Master of Pain. He said earlier he'd had some trouble figuring the guy out. Let's see what happens here. Master of Pain.
Not much to figure out there. He just grabbed him by the throat and choked on him.
Yeah, that's kind of what he started doing with David Johnson in his match. Just grab that throat and try to choke him. Look at this, the King up in the air, high in the air.
Press 234 pounds straight up over his head. Dumps Lawler down, and the Master of Pain drops with a leg.
Look at that champion laying water all around the ring like a big beach whale. Look at it.
This is no title match. Let me make that clear.
I'm trying to prove a point here to the fans here, because they're a bunch of ignorant fans anyway. Look, I don't faze him. I don't faze the Master of Pain. He spent all that time in prison doing hard time. I mean hard time, and a lot of time in solitary confinement. This man has got a lot of mental strength in his body and a lot of physical strength too, and he's going to use it all against Lawler today. He's going to take the battle to him. Look, he's just going to look at him. Good.
Lawler teed off with that right hand of his, and he didn't faze him. Not that first time. And the Master of Pain stalking him across the ring. Now Jerry wheels him around in the corner, and again he tags him, shakes his head almost imperceptibly, and Lawler's got his hands full. There's no doubt about it. This guy absolutely takes a punch as good as anybody I believe I've ever seen. Now Jerry's trying to pick him up. He goes over 300 pounds. He snaps Lawler up almost with one arm and slams him down. Again.
He's not doing so good, is he, Mr. Russell?
He is off to a slow start, Dutch. No doubt about that.
Slower start by the time all this is over with. I told him, Master of Pain, Lawler's not too smart, and, you know, if you goad him a little bit, he'll take the challenge. He thinks he's got to prove something to the fans. The only thing he's going to prove to the fans today is that that title belt he's holding is soon going to be in possession of the Master of Pain, who in turn is going to turn around and give it to either me or Ricky Morton, because he's not going to hold it long. He can't do nothing.
Come on, Payne.
Well, maybe you never stop and thought about the fact he's using this to find out a little bit more about where this guy's weakness is, Dutch.
Well, has he found one yet? So it looks like it's all for naught, if you ask me.
So far, he hadn't found one, but it's not over with.
All for naught. See, what we're witnessing right here is the end of an era, the end of the Jerry Lawler era. And he said a lot of big guys took him on. Yeah, that's true. He beat a lot of guys. He beat who's who in professional wrestling. But this man here is specially recruited, and I don't recruit guys that I don't think can do the job. Because I recruited him especially out of prison because he had a mental attitude and the physical capabilities of taking Lawler out. See, Lawler don't have the size, he don't have the drive, and he don't have just the pure meanness to take this man. Look at that.
Ripping him to the midsection, lefts and rights.
Take him down.
Take a Jerry right off his feet as the master of pain. He is a physical specimen, no doubt about that. And this guy, as opposed to, and I'm not knocking it, but I mean, as opposed to the bodybuilder look, he is just massive.
Yeah, he's just huge and strong. Dutch has stepped into the ring there.
Ought to be a disqualification for him being in there. Dutch backs him up. What is this nonsense?
Come on, Jerry, that's a disqualification as Dutch gets in the ring.
Hey, disqualify him for Dutch getting in there, for crying out loud.
Doesn't interfere. It doesn't have to. He just got in the ring. That's a disqualification automatically.
Now, what is this? Mantell. Well, what is this, Dutch?
Come here, brother. Come here. I'm trying to prove a point here. I want you to look at this man right here, and I want you to look at that man right there and tell me who the top man is. This man right here, Lawler. You're gone, pal, and he's laying. I tell you, we see him laying in the ring, left in the ring. I proved my point.
Yeah, you took it upon yourself to stop them. All right, just, hey, you've been out here long enough. Now, just get him out of here, Dutch. We don't need any trouble out here from him.
Match Jungle Jim McPherson and Brian Lee in the ring, and coming up here right now, the Master of Pain. He weighs in at a bunch, 325. He's 6'9", last known address, the Atlanta State Penitentiary. And over in the corner, Shoe Baby, put there by, from Oil Trough, Texas, Dutch Mantell. We got an expiration of time match set to go here. Brian Lee starting against Dutch Mantell.
Brian, big young fella who you can't take it away from him. He at one time owned the CWA heavyweight title. He didn't keep it too long, but boy, for a young guy coming out of Orlando, Florida, into the land of the Giants, he came in here and won that CWA title, and it's something that he will never forget. The only thing he wants to do is to get it back again one day. Dutch Mantell couldn't hold him. The big guy goes between the legs and out. Mantell stalking straight out at him. Watch out, the Dutchman's mean. He did the worst thing he could do. He tagged Master of Pain. Look out for this guy.
My goodness. He's huge and he's mean, and he got the point of the finger as he jabbed Brian with it. He's choking him. Back on the ropes. Referee's calling a break. Do a lot of damage before you have to break it, though, and some guys have found that out. One of the shortcuts, and the Master of Pain, big as he is, used it. Well, he takes a swipe at Jungle Jim while he's over in the corner. McPherson started through the ropes. Referee sent him back. There it is again. Point of the finger jab. That's illegal.
Referee warned him about it. I don't know that that's going to do any good with this guy. Brian Lee swings at him, doesn't even phase him, Dave.
No, it didn't even. He just kind of shook it off. Here comes Jungle Jim, and now McPherson. He can move. He can fly. Puts the foot to the midsection, but didn't do any good.
He better start flying.
Yeah. All right, grabs him, jabs him in the throat, and digs in. Referee is really counting vigorously, telling him to break that hold.
When he steps with that foot up in the air like that, it's unbelievable how high it is because he's such a big guy. You look at him on television, I promise you, fans, you cannot tell how big this guy is till you stand beside him. Tag on Dutch Mantell. The Dutchman double hands him right to the short of the back. Boom. Nail him again with the thumb right in his eye. Comes in from behind, and Jungle Jim McPherson having himself some kind of a problem. We're about to run out of time here, and we They've only got about 2 minutes left to go in the action as Dutch Mantell back to the corner picks up Jungle Jim.
Jungle Jim out of Salem, New Jersey. The jungle there, it says, he says. Concrete jungle of Salem, New Jersey, right. Here comes the master of pain back in. Mantell holds him up. That big size, what, 16, I guess? Right into the rib cage. And maybe a size 20 for all we know. It's huge, huge guy here. McPherson bounces into the turnbuckle. Master of Pain backs up, gets a running start. McPherson moved out of the way, but the Master of Pain caught himself. He did not go uncontrolled into the corner.
He didn't even come close to ever getting a smile on his face, does he, Dave?
No.
Master of Pain.
No.
Man, oh, man. Scary to look at. Look at this.
McPherson with a press out of the corner. He converts it to a body slam. Master of Pain does not go for the cover at this point. Mantell calling for the tag. He gets it. Now Mantell grabs it. Mantell calling Brian Lee in. Brian Lee comes in, but the referee sends him back. That was just a diversionary tactic by Mantell, I think.
60 seconds to go as Mantell comes back to the corner, wraps that whip around the throat, and the referee starting the count. Finally lets go of it as our time is running out. Master of Pain inflicting a little more of it.
Jungle Jim in the corner. Dutch Mantell working on it.
Tag on Master of Pain. Our time. Track it on down. He rips him. Jungle Jim whipped across the ring. With one arm, Dave, he grabbed him. You see that?
And holds him. And for a 3 count, 4 minutes, 31 seconds. Give it to the Master of Pain and Dutch Mantell. Mostly the Master of Pain in that one. The contract, I've even signed it as a witness. This is a world title match. Jerry's putting the unified world title on the line. It is going to be a no disqualification match. No disqualification. Right over here. Give me that bell. Win, lose, or draw. Gossett has to get in the ring against Lawler.
Match with Ronnie Gossett. Win, lose, or draw. He must get in the ring.
All right, who's the opponent going to be?
Master of Pain.
Master of Pain. Okay. Master of Pain climbs in there against the King, Jerry Lawler. This is a world unified title match. The belt is on the line. The time limit, let's see, the time limit is going to be...
Cake.
Wait.
Piece of cake.
Wait a second.
Look at this. Look at him stalling. There's no timeouts in professional wrestling.
Let me tell you one other thing, Fatso. The last time I wrestled this big jerk right here, Dutch Mantell interfered in the match and cost me the match. So let me tell you something. This whole deal is off unless he's out of the studio. I'm not wrestling him as long as you're in here, Dutch.
Yeah, good move.
You don't have to go anywhere, Dutch. He doesn't rule everything
I don't
around
need
here.
that, Jerry.
As long as you want me gone, I want you out of here.
Okay, I'll leave.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Hey, oh, wait a minute. I'll tell you what. No, wait a minute, Dutch Mantell. You're not just going to go out there and stand behind those curtains or stand behind that door. I don't even want you, that's right. I don't even want him in the building, do we? Hey, wait a minute.
Hey, I can stay in the building.
No, wait a minute.
What?
Here we go, come here. Would you do me,
Who's this road man?
would you do me a personal favor and escort Dutch Mantell completely out of the building, out into the parking lot, and stay with him?
Just a minute. Hey, you're out of your league. You don't touch Dutch.
Go ahead, Dutch Mantell.
Hey, you
what do you
cop.
need to be in here for anyway? We'll tell you what happened to Ronnie Gossett.
He's not a cop. You're an
What
impersonator.
difference does it
Get your
make?
hands off
Let's
him.
go with him. Why not, Dutch? What do you need to be in here for? Huh? What do you need to be in here for? Just, hey, if you want to
your hands
go,
off him.
if you say you can go, why don't you just go with the man?
Who
right
do you
there?
think you are, Marshall Dillon? Get your hands off him.
Hey, I'll tell you what else. No, wait a minute. I'll tell you what else. Hey, come here, sir. Do you have handcuffs? Do you have some handcuffs? How about you? Hey, Dutch. Hey, listen. What difference does were you planning on interfering in this match?
I never interfered.
Well, if you never interfere, what difference does it make? Just go with the man outside.
He is not a criminal. He don't have to be escorted out.
He's a criminal. They'll take him off as soon as it's over.
Hey, you're not even a cop. Who are you?
Hey, go ahead. Take outside.
Right. Got him handcuffed to the security guard, and Dutch Mantell is being escorted out of the building. All right. There they go. Take him out back. And, of course, as Jerry said, as soon as the match is over, they'll release him, and Mantell can come back in the building. But he agreed to leave, so there he is. He's out in the parking lot. And looks like we're not going to have to worry about Dutch Mantell during this match. And now it is going to be 1 against 1. There's Mantell with a security guard out there.
He's got a vicious right hand. Watch it.
That's Ronnie Gossett telling Master of Pain to watch Lawler's right hand.
Come on, Pain. Lay it on him.
All right. Lawler lets it go flying right into the turnbuckles. Goes again as the King outsmarts the Master of Pain.
Idiot.
Twice
that fist.
As this world title match gets underway. It's an unusual situation with the unified world title on the line. A match that had not even been scheduled when we came on the air today. Master of Pain makes the mistake for the 3rd straight time, and Lawler capitalizes with that right hand.
Calhoun, how about watching the fist, you idiot? Can't you see?
Ronnie Pete Gossett, who has been dismissed from commentating on this wrestling program, has still got that mic in his hand. Lawler. Oh, blocked by the Master of Pain. Oh, Master of Pain, after catching Lawler's fist with his right hand, unloaded on him. Now look at Gossett celebrating.
All right, lay it in,
Whoa.
Pain, lay it in.
Big right hand again from the Master of Pain. Master of Pain out of Atlanta. Last known address there, the federal penitentiary. 325 pounds worth. He's huge. He's powerful. Ooh, big right hand. Laid it right across the forehead of Jerry Lawler. The King has the title at stake.
Ask him if he wants to give it up. You want to stop the match?
Powerful right hand to the back of the neck. Lawler back up on his feet. Fired into the rope. Ooh. Boy, the Master of Pain has really come on strong here the last minute or so. We're about 2 minutes, 15 seconds into the action.
Take care of him. Show him who the real master is.
Body slam.
You got him, pal. You got him.
Ronnie Gossett cheering on the Master of Pain. There's a cover. 1. Oh, can't make it stick.
Did you count?
And the champion still alive. Master of Pain picks him up in the air again, and once again he body slams Lawler. Lawler back up on his feet. Whoa, moved out of the way, and the Master of Pain goes right into the referee. Jerry Calhoun is out of the ring and down on the floor. Master of Pain second on him. Lawler with the right fist. And again, he stuns the Master of Pain with it. Ronnie Gossett has left. He went running out of here. Good drop kick by Lawler. There's Lawler pounding that right fist. What is this? Well, that's Mantell dragging the security guard we saw there. Lawler off the ropes, got a cover. Referee's down on the floor, doesn't see it. Here comes the Japanese team in here. Here comes the executioner and the grappler. Mantell is back in. He's handcuffed to the security guard. Lawler has taken care of everybody that's come out of that dressing room by himself. Mantell struggling to get in the ring, being held out by the security guard. There you see him. Look, Gossett just grabbed the security guard's club and has thrown it in the ring to the Master of Pain.
Lawler, look out. Master of Pain nails him with that billy club and then throws it back to Ronnie Gossett. Ronnie Gossett has that billy club tucked in his belt. Lawler down on the mat. Now the referee comes back in. The Master of Pain covered. Lawler is out. 3. My goodness, he has just won the Unified World Belt. It was a no DQ match. And Lawler has just lost the world title to the Master of Pain. Ronnie Gossett, who went outside, dragged Mantell to get Mantell and the security guard back in here, then stole the billy club that the security guard had in his belt, threw it into the Master of Pain, who nailed Lawler with it. Lawler is still out, just lying there in the ring holding his head. And the celebration goes on here as the Master of Pain, I hate to say it, but the Master of Pain is the new Unified World Champion.
Let me show you something what I've had in store for Jerry Lawler for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to take your business.
Oh, sure. Now you want to get in the ring with him. Now you climb in the ring after Lawler has been smashed by a club. And now look at Ronnie Gossett. Oh, come on. Oh, look at him celebrate. Ronnie Gossett enjoying himself, kicking Lawler. Oh, Gossett with a big right fist. Big man, yeah. Nail Lawler while he's down, huh? Ronnie Gossett signed a contract that he'd get in the ring with Lawler, win, lose, or draw. Well, he's done it. He stepped in there after Lawler had been smashed with that club. Come on, Jerry Kent. I know it's not easy to move, but there's some way we can get him out of there. Look at that. Here he hits him again with a right hand. Look at the strut. And Dutch Mantell, yeah. What a team, huh? Robert Fuller, yeah. Have a good time. Gossett has just assisted the Master of Pain in becoming the new Unified